everyone, welcome back. Today we learn about a supply theory and the market equilibrium, the producer microeconomic. How to producer decide how much to produce, how the supply interact with demand to set prices. This presentation explores the core concept every economics student must master. What is supply? Definition: supply is the quantity of a good or a service that producers are willing and able to sell at various prices over a given period. The supply function Qs: quantity, P price, C production cost, T technology, and N number of sellers. This is the formula. This is the supply curve. Reading the graph, the supply curve plots the relationship between price and quantity supplied. Its slope upward higher price incentives producer to supply more. A movement along the curve reflects a price change. A shift reflects no price factor, cost, technology, etc. When and why to use supply theory? Forecasting predicts how price change affect production volume and market availability. Policy design evaluates the impact of taxes, subsidies, and regulation on producer behavior. Business strategy help firms optimize output levels to maximize profit at given market price. And market analysis understand why shortage or surpluses occur and how market self-corrects. Theoretical example: calculating supply. Giving supply function, this is the formula, quantity supply unit and price by unit. Step-by-step calculation. At P equal $4, that means the quantity supply is 10 units. At quantity at price $8, the quantity supply is 30 units. At price $12, the quantity supply is 50 units. Market equilibriums. Definition: equilibriums occur where quantity supplied equal quantity demand. At this point, the market clear, no shortage, no surplus, the corresponding price in the equilibrium price. If supply price fall, P higher than P star. If P less than P star, shortage price rise. Markets naturally gravitate toward equilibrium. Real world example, the coffee markets. Scenario, a frost in Brazil destroy part of the coffee harvest. The supply curves shift left, less coffee is available at every price. Supply shock, price rise, and new equilibrium. Factors that shift the supply curves. Input costs, technology, number of sellers, expectation for expectation, government policy, natural condition, and natural condition for the latter. Key insight. This factor causes the entire curve to shift, not just a movement along it. Distinguishes between the two is essential for accurate economic analysis. Common mistake: confusing a price-induced movement with a supply shift caused by external factors. I'll explain a bit more. If you buy one thing, like an iPhone, you buy it in China, for example, and you are here in United States. So the price in China is more less than the price in United States because there is a factor to bring the object from China to United States, and this factor is inside the curve to shift about your supply plus the government policies. Government policies is the tax. If the tax is so higher, the price of the iPhone is so higher. Let's continue. What is the expert advice to maximize the benefits of a supplement? Know your cost structure. Monitor external shock. Invest in technology and lasted time to avoid market entries. The four things help you to know how to maximize your supply corresponding a price existing. This is a resume, a key takeaway for our lesson. Supply low, price higher, quantity higher. Equilibrium, quantity, demand equal quantity supply. Curve shift, cost, technology, and policy shift the entire curve. Strategy, control costs, invest in tech, and time in the markets. Understand supply, find equilibrium, apply decision. Mastering supply theory gives producer and analyst a powerful lens to understand market, anticipate change, and make smarter economic decisions. That's it for our lesson today about supplements. Thank you everyone and see you soon.